Bienvenidos al Manchester Punk Festival 2024.
LAS RATAPUNKS, the rat punks, yes?
Yes, in translation would be like the rat punks. Yes.
And you played last night here at the Manchester Punk Festival. Amazing, packed room, and everybody wanted more. That was very good. So congratulations on such a good debut at Manchester Punk Festival. And you come from Peru. And people assume that you would come from Lima, but you come from a small city. How did you get into punk? How did this come about? Women into punk and playing in a band isn't so common. So can you tell me about that?
¿Cómo así desde una ciudad tan pequeña que se esperaría que la banda salga de Lima, pero las Ratapunks han sido formadas en Cajamarca, un pueblo pequeño? ¿Cómo así empezaron con el punk? ¿Cómo así arrancaron haciendo punk?
No puedo, luego lo traduce Marian. Empezamos yendo a varios conciertos porque ya había música en nuestra ciudad, aunque es pequeña, ya había una oleada de rock, luego de punk, luego hardcore. Entonces nos empezamos a ir a esos conciertos y la música ha llegado a nosotras de distintas maneras, ¿no? Por a veces primos, hermanos, familiares o la radio, y así es como yo.
And for everyone, I got a lot of that, but
yes, for everyone, we started by going to a lot of shows and trying to find some concerts. You know, in Cajamarca is a small city, but there is also kind of a small scene, and for several years there has been some movement, and also family or friends that showed us music or punk through time. And then, you know, trying to find out some more music, and just like that we started.
And then we just decided have a band, and we tried. We go to the practice, and this is all. And just we say we have a band, and then the name. ¿Cómo se dice lluvia de ideas? Fue como
the name came out after a shower of ideas.
Yes, yeah. Yes. And this is how the Ratapunks come out.
Sí, nosotras nos conocimos en los pogos.
en los conciertos. Y en un momento nos vimos y dijimos, hay que hacer una banda, a ver qué pasa. No sabíamos tocar, pero teníamos algo que gritar, algo que ni siquiera nosotras sabíamos qué era, y que al final con los años nos hemos dado cuenta que lo que necesitábamos era expresar esa rabia y esa injusticia que vivimos también como mujeres.
So we found. Do you want me to grab it? We found ourselves in the mosh pit, in the pit, like in concerts, and they met in that movement and wanted to do something they didn't know about, but the thing they knew was that they wanted to shout out and speak of some things they had inside also. And they actually, nobody knew how to play any musical instrument. They didn't knew much about how to technically make music, but it started like that, like an idea and a way out in a small city. You know, Cajamarca is complicated.
So I found a lot of women bands. None of them could play an instrument, but they decided to do a band, and they learned. And yeah.
It's the same. Yes.
But that's great that we see it, we want to do it, and we do it. We go out and make the music and do the beautiful things that you're doing. Because the culture in Peru is a bit more masculine dominated, how have you found that? Have you had people say, no, you shouldn't do this, you're a woman?
Pregunta sobre las masculinidades, si es que se han topado, bueno, que lo común es que estamos en un lugar un poco machista y que si se han topado también con ese tipo de problemas, ¿no? Por ser una banda de mujeres, eso.
Hay muchos haters. Hay muchos haters desde el inicio, mucho. Pero también hemos tenido muy buenos amigos, amigas y amigues que nos han apoyado durante todos estos años. Siempre nos han invitado a conciertos. Últimamente la situación es distinta y nos ha tocado tomar una postura un poco más fuerte con respecto a determinadas situaciones, y eso también hace que sea complicado.
So yes, actually, of course, there's a lot of haters, and especially in a place like in the north of Peru, that is not the main city. Yes, there's a lot of masculinity and terrible machismo, but recently things are changing, and well, also we have adopted a posture about it, and we don't mind, I guess, and yes, we keep up with it, but it's complicated. Of course, we have a lot of people that don't agree or don't think that what we do is enough, or don't really like the sound of it. Or I guess there's a lot of people that not necessarily like the Ratapunks, and in Cajamarca there are a lot of people that may not feel proud of us, but yeah, it still is a motivation to go on, I guess.
I am so happy to hear this, that you just say, fuck you, I'm doing it. And that's great. And you've been going for a long time now. How many years?
We have 10 years.
Yes.
10 years together. Yeah, it's amazing to be here now. Yeah, and we planned it before a tour in 2020, but the pandemic.
Yes.
And don't do it for that.
Is this your first time playing out of South America?
Yes, it's our first time in Europe. It's our first time out of Latin America. Yeah.
Wow. That's very cool.
It's the first country in Europe. Yeah.
Yes, and to have such a great reception was, yes. What has been your favorite part of being over here and the festival?
Traducción, la mejor parte del festival, ¿qué? ¿Sí? ¿Qué es la mejor parte de este festival? Me llamó mucho la atención cuando leí la historia del festival, de cómo se ha formado y cómo es que, o sea, han decidido trabajar en colectividad y crear un espacio tan bonito y a la vez tan grande. Y cuánta gente está interesada en ir a estos espacios y la forma en que se interrelacionan dentro de ellos, como un espacio de solidaridad, de apoyo, el hazlo tú mismo, el de me encanta eso y me encanta lo bien organizado que está. Me gusta mucho que esté todo tan planeado. Sí.
If you could translate, please.
Yes. So Kiara says that she finds really the thing that caught her eye the most is the organization and the do-it-yourself movement in here, and how these the whole festival is like a community. The solidarity that that you can feel, and how the people and the community are so into it. She finds that really encouraging and great.
I'm glad that you've seen that, because that is exactly what we have, and we love it too. So,
yeah. Que hayas visto eso, porque es justamente lo que ella también siente y lo que son.
How about you? What are your thoughts about the tour, being over in England, your impressions of the Manchester Punk Festival?
¿Cuáles han sido tus impresiones del Manchester Punk Festival? Lo que más te llamó la atención.
Sí, aparte de la organización, que esto bien, me encanta la unión que hay entre bandas y organizadores. Es esto, la comunidad que se genera, ¿no? Porque se ve que viene gente de muchos países y todos están muy emocionados por compartir aquí. Entonces es un espacio de resistencia también, y me parece súper genial que se pueda generar en tan pocos días y que vengan tantas bandas de otros lados, ¿no? Es genial.
Okay, so Jessica says that she's also really impressed and excited about the community generated in here through the festival, and also how there are a lot of bands and people coming from all over the world, and the synergy between the organization, the bands, and the public. You know, everything is really, you can feel how it's organized with the heart, I guess, and the community. You can feel the union and synergy between them, so it's great. Yes.
And how about you?
A mí lo que me gustó muchísimo es que esté fuera del centro de la ciudad, que esté en diferentes lugares. Eso permite que haya que la gente camine por el espacio, conozca el barrio, conozca a las personas. Amé mucho que haya mucha música todo el tiempo en el lugar donde comimos, que la comida estuvo deliciosa realmente. Había mucha música y la gente expresaba su amistad, su amor y la emoción de ser parte de esta comunidad. Era muy bello poder ver a personas siendo totalmente libres y en respeto con las identidades diversas que hay. Yo no he visto mucho en diversidades en Perú, me refiero a comunidad LGTB en conciertos punk, conciertos rock, under. Y aquí he podido ver que estamos incluidas.
So Irma says that she's amazed by the thing that she loved the most is how the venues are connected and how you are invited to walk around the city and, you know, trying to find the places, walking around and seeing the people in the streets and getting the chance to know the neighborhood, see how everything is moving in this place, and the fact that we are far from the center of the main town, you know, like the downtown. She finds it great that we are not in the main town but on the outside. Yes, outside. Yeah, and also she feels that it's great to see the diversity, the different communities, and how we can see here the LGBTIQ community really integrated in the punk community, and how everything and everyone is welcome. She feels that, and she feels really happy to see that, you know, and also loved the fact that there's a lot of music around, not only in the venues but also in the streets where we eat it. We had great vegan food, and there was great music in the street, and to see the people hugging each other and feeling the love between friends in the street and the happiness. It was really, really nice, because in Peru we actually don't have that inclusion, I guess. You know, in punk shows or punk festivals or whatever, rock music in general, there isn't much presence of the community, of the LGBT community. So we feel represented too. We feel part of it, and it's really nice.
Yes, and that is one of the nicest things about the Manchester Punk Festival. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is loved, and it really, every year I get so full of joy at seeing this, because it's not everywhere in the world, and here everyone is just a part of it and loved, and it's beautiful. So yes, I'm glad you've seen that as well, as an outsider coming in and seeing, wow, yeah, everybody is loved, everybody is here. So it's good to hear that.
Hay algo más que me ha gustado acá y que me ha animado como mucho, y es que no sé si es solo en Perú o en otras partes, pero se tiene la idea de que el punk es ahora para gente un poco mayor en edad. Y acá he visto a mucha gente bastante joven, y eso me anima y me emociona, porque aparte de eso es Manchester, es grande, pero sigue sin ser la capital, no es Londres, ¿no? Pero igual hay bastante gente joven, hay gente de todas las edades, y eso también me ha gustado mucho.
Okay, so Kiara says that something that also she has liked a lot is how there's a lot of young people, and the scene and the punk movement in here. We know this is not the capital of England, but still there is a lot of movement and a lot of young people and different ages living through this and having a lot of fun. And that's great, because we don't get to see that in other places, or at least in South America. This kind of music or genre is more for older people, I guess, you know, another generation, and the younger community is not very into it. And I guess it's not as organized as in here, you know. So that's a shock.
Yes, that's important to actually call out, that every age, not just every person, but how old you are, who you love, we don't care. We just love you. And I understand one of you lives in France. Ah, so how did you end up in France but still in the band?
¿Cómo terminaste en Francia pero todavía en la banda?
El amor me llevó a Francia. The love. Y el amor me sigue uniendo a la banda. Y hemos llegado a encontrar soluciones con las chicas para poder continuar tocando juntas. Y la banda se ha expandido. No es que yo ya no esté, es que alguien más entró y ahora somos 2 bateristas. Un amigo que está en Perú, que siempre nos apoyó también cuando alguien no podía, estaba en la batería. Y con él están realizando los conciertos en Perú. Y bueno, yo estoy ahora acompañando la gira en Europa, también por la proximidad y porque era un sueño que queríamos lograr juntas. Son 10 años de trabajo que se están materializando ahora. Y para mí era sumamente importante poder estar en el escenario contando nuestras historias y entregando todo nuestro corazón.
So Irma says that love took her to France, and also love has maintained her together with the band. And this place or being here is very special for her because it's I guess like a gift after 10 years of working together, you know, as a band, of taking the hard part of the job. And right now it was a dream for her and the whole band, you know, to achieve this being here. So she also says that the band is getting bigger because she's right here playing with us because of the proximity and because she's very close and because it was a dream of hers and the whole band to be here together. But in Peru we have a friend, El Mico, saludos al Mico. Mico is the drummer in Peru, so he is a great friend of us that has been replacing Irma in Peru, and he is making the dates or shows in there. And Irma is still, we are like a big family expanding. So Wendy is also in Peru, but doing a lot of things. But the idea is to keep on making music despite of all the distance and because the love remains.
I love that. Love took you away, but love keeps you with the band. So, and you're going on tour here in the UK. You have a couple of dates set up. I hope they go as well as it's gone this weekend. And I want to thank you. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti.
Thank you. And I hope we can see you again soon. Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
No sé qué dijo. No sé qué.
Dice que espera vernos pronto.
Ok.
Que hay varias fechas ahora por delante acá y que nos desea suerte y que gracias por esto.
Thank you very much for that creation, the Manchester Punk.
Thank you for coming and playing it. So.